Hola mis Wobblies. ¿Cómo están? Este es un nuevo video de Wallet English generado con tecnología de inteligencia artificial y tecnología convencional pensado en ti. ¡Qué emocionante! Espero que lo disfrutes, que aprendas y que ganes mucho. No olvides darle un me gusta a nuestro video, compartir y suscribirte a nuestro canal.
Aprende inglés con historias o lecciones generadas tanto por nuestro equipo como con inteligencia artificial del ChatGPT y otros servidores de inteligencia artificial, pero siempre inspiradas en ideas de Wallet English. Aprende en 3 pasos. En el primer paso, ve el video sin subtítulos para entrenar tu oído, es el input del idioma al natural. En el segundo paso, ve el video activando los subtítulos, pon pausa cuantas veces sea necesario, toma notas del vocabulario y presta atención a la pronunciación, repite las palabras, practica. Esto se llama aprendizaje activo. En el tercer paso, vuelve a ver y escuchar el video sin subtítulos. Si es necesario, repite el paso 2. Notarás lo que has aprendido significativamente.
"200 Business English Words for Trading with China, a Practical Guide." Part 3. For your convenience, the following words are arranged in alphabetical order. Remember to listen carefully. Pause as many times as necessary. Take notes. Activate subtitles when necessary. Repeat as much as possible. Enjoy learning with Wallet English educational materials. 41. Deflation, a general decrease in the prices of goods and services over time. For example, China experienced deflation in 2009 due to the global financial crisis and weak domestic demand. 42. Devaluation, the reduction of the value of a currency in relation to other currencies. For example, China devalued its currency in 2015 to boost its exports and stimulate its economy. 43. Digital economy, a part of the economy that is based on digital technologies such as the internet, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and big data. For example, the digital economy has become a key driver of innovation and growth in China, with sectors such as fintech, e-health, and e-learning flourishing. 44. Digital RMB, the official digital currency of China, also known as ECNY or DCEP, Digital Currency Electronic Payment. It is issued by the People's Bank of China, PBOC, and operates on a centralized system. It can be used for online and offline payments, as well as cross-border transactions. For example, you can use digital RMB to pay for your purchases on Chinese e-commerce platforms or transfer money to your Chinese suppliers or partners. 45. Digital Silk Road, a component of the BRI that focuses on building digital infrastructure and promoting digital cooperation among countries along the Belt and Road routes, such as fiber optic cables, e-commerce platforms, smart cities, and 5G networks. For example, the Digital Silk Road has enabled China to expand its digital footprint and showcase its technological prowess in emerging markets. 46. Digital trade, a broader concept than e-commerce that encompasses all forms of trade that are enabled by digital technologies, such as cloud computing, big data, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and the Internet of Things. For example, digital trade has become a key driver of economic growth and innovation in China and around the world. 47. Diversification, a strategy of entering into new markets or industries that are different from the existing ones. For example, diversification can be classified into various types, such as related diversification, which involves entering into markets or industries that are similar or complementary to the existing ones, or unrelated diversification, which involves entering into markets or industries that are unrelated or dissimilar to the existing ones. 48. Dual circulation strategy. A new economic paradigm proposed by China in 2020 that aims to balance domestic and international markets and promote self-reliance and resilience. For example, the dual circulation strategy consists of two loops: the internal loop, which is to expand domestic demand and consumption, and the external loop, which is to integrate with the global economy and optimize trade and investment. 49. Dumping. The practice of selling goods in a foreign market at a price lower than their normal value, usually as a way of gaining market share or driving out competitors. For example, Brazil filed a complaint with the WTO against Canada for dumping subsidized aircraft in the Brazilian market at below-cost prices. 50. E-commerce. The buying and selling of goods and services over the internet or other electronic networks, as well as the transfer of money and data to execute these transactions. For example, China is the world's largest e-commerce market, with hundreds of millions of online shoppers and leading platforms such as Alibaba, JD.com, and Pinduoduo. 51. E-commerce law. The law that regulates the activities and responsibilities of e-commerce operators, platform operators, and consumers in China. It came into effect on January 1, 2019, and covers aspects such as registration, taxation, intellectual property, data protection, and dispute resolution. For example, under the e-commerce law, you need to obtain an electronic business license and pay taxes according to your e-commerce revenue in China. 52. E-commerce live streaming, a form of online marketing that combines live video streaming with e-commerce. It allows sellers to showcase their products or services, interact with viewers, and generate sales in real time. It is one of the most popular and effective ways to promote and sell products or services in China. For example, you can use e-commerce live streaming platforms such as Taobao Live, Kuaishou, or Douyin to attract and engage Chinese consumers. 53. E-invoice, an electronic version of a paper invoice that can be issued, transmitted, and stored electronically. It has the same legal validity and tax implications as a paper invoice in China. It can reduce costs, improve efficiency, and prevent fraud. For example, you can use e-invoice platforms such as Fapior or WeChat Fapiao Assistant to issue or receive e-invoices for your e-commerce transactions in China. 54. Economic development, a process of improving the quality of life and well-being of a population, typically through increasing income, education, health, and environmental protection. For example, China's economic development has been accompanied by social development, such as reducing illiteracy, improving healthcare, and expanding social security. 55. Economic growth, an increase in the amount of goods and services produced per head of the population over a period of time. For example, China's economic growth rate has been one of the highest in the world, averaging around 10% annually from 1979 to 2010. 56. Economic reform, a process of changing the policies and institutions that govern an economy, usually to promote efficiency, competition, and innovation. For example, China's economic reform began in 1978 with the introduction of the household responsibility system in agriculture, which gave farmers more autonomy and incentives to produce. 57. Entrepreneurship, a process of identifying and exploiting opportunities to create new or improved products, services, processes, or methods that create value for customers or society. For example, entrepreneurship involves various skills and characteristics such as creativity, risk-taking, problem-solving, leadership, and perseverance. 58. Ethics, a set of moral principles or values that guide the behavior or conduct of individuals or groups. For example, ethics can be influenced by various factors such as personal values, social norms, cultural beliefs, religious beliefs, professional codes, or legal rules. 59. Exchange rate. The value of one currency for the purpose of conversion to another. For example, the exchange rate between the US dollar and the Chinese yuan fluctuates according to market forces and government interventions. 60. Export. To send goods or services to another country for sale. For example, China is the world's largest exporter of manufactured goods.
In the next video, we will learn more new terms. So, if you find this video interesting and useful, don't forget to subscribe, like and share with those who need it. Thanks for watching.